Hi everyone, Ryan here from Fight Game Analysis, and today we're going to be talking about the fight that just wrapped up between Triple G and Ryota Murata. But before we jump into that, if you've been enjoying the content, please go ahead and click on the like button and also subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate your support. Alright, so we just got the fight that wrapped up, Triple G versus Ryota Murata. Now, going into this fight, there was probably almost everybody, myself included, predicted that Triple G was going to win. Of that, there were some people that predicted he was going to get a knockout. Right? Other people thought that might go to decision. That was kind of up for debate a little bit, depending on how you thought he was going to look, age, how that was going to affect him and everything. But almost everybody predicted he was going to win, and that's what we saw. But man, I bet you a lot of people did not predict that it was going to look like that. He comes out first round, and he kind of does what we see Triple G normally do. Right? Gets behind that jab, that just thudding telephone pole type jab. He's sticking it in Murata's face. He doesn't really have an answer for it. And 3 minutes tick by. That's kind of the story of the first round. But that second round and that third round, dude, Murata turned it up. He pushed Triple G back. He was landing right hands upstairs. He was landing right hands to the body. There was a moment in time there. I don't know if it was the end of the third round, beginning of the fourth round, but there was a moment in time there where Triple G did not look very confident. I did not like his body language. I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, are those punches hurting a little bit more than I thought? They're affecting him a little bit more than they should, a little bit more than they were in the past. We've always known Triple G as a guy who's got good punch resilience. We've always known him as a guy who can take a shot, man. We all see what Canelo is able to go out there and do with guys when he lands hard shots on them. And we saw Triple G take it all, right? Now we go out here and we see him in this fight with Murata, and we see these shots, and they're affecting him, man. He's taking a little bit of punishment. He looks like he's slowing down a little bit when they're landing, going out of his way to block those shots to the body, right? So they were adding up. They were hurting him. Now, eventually, he's able to turn it around, and the story of the fight is what's been the story in the vast majority of Triple G's wins, and it's the power. He goes out there and he just cracks him with that hard right hand. He's able to just send that mouth guard flying across the ring. And that was just the beginning of the end for Murata. Right, Triple G follows it up, lands a lot of hard shots. He's landing left hooks. He's going with the right hand. He's working up and he's working down with it. And eventually he's just able to add him up and get him out of there. I actually loved the way that he actually got him out of there with that quick little right hand on the turn. Just at a point when Murata wasn't expecting it all, he was just trying to turn it around a little bit. Maybe he thought that Triple G had punched himself out a little after the flurry, thinking he was going to get him out of there. Murata survived. He tries to turn it around, and Triple G just slips that right hand in there beautifully. That's all she wrote. So at the end of the day, what do we see from this? Where do we go now? Right? That's kind of the question. A lot of us expected, or maybe all of us, for the most part, expected Triple G to come out with that win, and he did. It gets the stoppage victory on top of it. Now, did he look as impressive as he would have looked if he'd have taken that fight, 5 years ago? No. The man's slowing down. His footwork isn't there anymore. One of the announcers even mentioned it. From the very first round, his feet look a little bit slow, look a little bit heavy. I agree. Jab looked a little bit forced in the beginning, even though he was landing it, even though it was landing with power, not quite as smooth as he used to be. Triple G has never been known as a man who had incredible hand speed. But he always had this way of getting his shots off. He was very smooth, right? And smooth is fast. You want to be able to get your shots off in a very smooth and fluid motion. The way he was going from that jab to the uppercut to the left hook to the body. He was able to work it in there eventually, and things started to kind of click, but it didn't come off quite the way it was used to. And the footwork too. 100% correct. Just not exactly what we're used to seeing with Triple G. So here's what you got to ask yourself. We already know what his next fight is. We don't have to think about it. We don't have to make a debate. We already know he's going to be going in there against Canelo. Now, what do you think would have happened if those same shots that Murata landed today, those same right hands to the body, those same right hands upstairs, those same left hooks to the body, what's going to happen when Canelo lands those? When we saw Murata pushing him back in the second and third round, backing Triple G up, a man who just thrives off of aggression, who just comes forward and just mauls people and just wears them down and beats them down and just lands thudding hard shots with the power. That Triple G was now being backed up by Murata. And I get it, he's big and he's physical and he's strong and everything, right? So I'm not trying to discredit him. But what we're talking about is going into the next fight against Canelo. What's going to happen when Canelo wants to back him up? What's going to happen when Canelo lands all those same type of shots, right? That's really what the debate is. He's just not the Triple G that he used to be, and I get it. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Father Time is undefeated. You stick around in this game long enough, man, and one of these young, hungry dudes is going to tear your head off. Triple G's getting up there in age now. He's taking a lot of shots. Was taking some shots here. Didn't look like he handled them great at certain moments. I mean, what's the line going to look like going in that fight with Canelo? Really? What kind of odds are we going to give him to pull that one off? Now, I get it. Don't get me wrong. Canelo's still got to get through Bivol. He's got to win that fight. We got to see how he looks in that one. But based off of everything that we know, the way he's looked in the past, what their ages are, the amount of youth that Canelo has on his side relative to Triple G, man, that is going to be the steepest of uphill climbs come fight night for Triple G, in my opinion. But, let me know what you guys think. How did you think he looked in this one? What do you think he still got left in the gas tank going into this fight with Canelo? Let me know what you guys think.